Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, or morning, whatever part of the world, part of the country you're in. This is another edition of Movie Talk News right Tony Turn on my YouTube and my Facebook Live video. And we go over my YouTube channel and my Facebook Live. We're going to talk about box office result. We're going to break down the X-Men flop in a box office, and we're going to get into more the X-Men universe, how Fox X-Men, how Fox mishandled, in my opinion, in the X-Men universe. They could have done more with the cinematic universe, this X-Men universe, and when they had the property, the good, the bad, and and the peaks. But we're gonna get into that a little bit, and we're gonna talk about a lot of movie news coming up in this edition of Movie Talk News, where Antonio Gutierrez on my YouTube channel and my Facebook Live. But let's first talk about the box office result. My Secret Life Pets Part 2 made $47 million, made number one at box office. Kind of a little disappointed, for Sony. I think it was Sony who did the movie, but from the first movie, and followed by Dark Phoenix, who finished only $33 million, and pretty disappointed in the movie running in the top two. Okay, let's first talk about the two. It was kind of low in the box. Right? I know it's disappointing, and people see the numbers. Maybe I don't know. The first movie of My Series was pretty awesome. This was pretty funny too. It was a good kiss. It was still had that same type of humor for the first film. I think I think you can judge by the numbers. Still did pretty good. I still not gonna. It was over budget, yes, but what is the X-Men, why it flop? Well, we have one bad movie in the past. We have Apocalypse, that people don't like it, and I think it was like a lot of reshoots and a lot of pushing this movie back another year. I think it lost the buzz, maybe, and the story. Who we're going to talk about that on our main topic today. With the X-Men, with Fox X-Men Cinema, and I go. Here's the thing. First of all, on the original story, what I read online, I did some research after I saw the movie. First of all, I'll admit it was a better story in the first one than X-Men United. I'm not going to take away from that. That was one of the strong points of the film. It was a good story. At one was kind of pretty boring. At two was okay, and then the third act was pretty awesome with all the crazy shit going on and everything else with the mutant and Magneto using his power to break that train. That's fine. But the original story. That's why I read online that they was going to do the Tar Shiar, and it was going to split this movie in two. Two parts. Like Infinity War. Oh, they basically did. I know when people say, "Oh, they changed the title," but still, Teddy was Infinity War. Still connected to that period of past event, and the movie was these 1 year after at the following year. So it's Teddy. So they was going to split this movie and this movie, and the original story when I read, it had you do the Tar CR, you just Red Android, you had the lead guard, and besides baby, actually was gonna do it exactly from the cartoons and the comics with Xavier having a love interest with Android and with the Phoenix, and fighting with X-Men fighting with the Phoenix or against the Phoenix in the movie, just like the cartoon in the comics. What I didn't get is the character of that alien, Shatty's character. I'm like, who she is, what alien she is, what race is she in? Oh, we know she's a shapeshifter. Oh, man, she's the real bad guy. I didn't get that part in the movie. That I didn't get. I'll agree it was a better story. I'm not gonna take away from that. That it was a better story, and I'll give that film that notion of that. But it could have done better. I think they should have kept the original script. F Marvel Studio Disney, because you know what? They're gonna do their version. They're gonna do their version of X-Men. They're gonna do the version of the Tarzan, who's supposed to Tarzan and the Lee Garman period and Captain Marvel Part 2. In the sequel, possibly, you could have done that. They should have kept the original story, and that's what I'm praying. Now, on to the X-Men Fox Cinematic Universe, and it's the close of that chapter. I'm gonna tell you with Fox. Fox and with their X-Men property. You know, we all know the Fantastic Four was a flop, and that's a no, that's not. But I'm gonna tell you, they kind of mishandled the X-Men. I know you can say, well, Antonio, they did technically two reboots, or one reboot of the series. Yeah, technically, and I'm not disputing that, but the X-Men in general, not just the X-Men, but X-Men universe in their comics. There's so many characters in the X-Men cinematic in the comic books. There's so many groups and teams and different type of stories you could do. Like I said, I always say this, during the 2000s and after United, and then they kind of rehashed the thing again, with First Class. I always say this to my friends, all this. I say, why just do different stories of the X-Men? Do an X that was the idea of Wolverine origin. Didn't do well, but the last the Wolverine and the last Logan were great. Were good, great and good and great. But how about X-Men story Savage Land? You have a story where you do Kazar, it could be the main villain, or you could do maybe introduce Mr. Sinister in the Savage Land, and no, song two. Kazar's the hero, the caveman, correction. I correct that. And Sonar is the main of the big mutant pterodactyl with the mutant that absorb powers and get mutant powers to feed on. You could have done that. You could have done maybe a X-Men story Mojo World. Lone Star finding the Resistance, finding this big TV, this big slime monster, or one of what he looks like. You know who Mojo is in the X-Men comics. And you could have done that story. You could have done an Alpha Flight film. X-Men story, maybe try to test it out, see how it goes. They're still gonna do X-Force for Marvel in the MCU. That's what the Kevin Feige said. They're going to still do the Deadpool and MCU films. X Factor, Excalibur. There's a lot of things they could have done with this universe, and just like Disney was doing with Star Wars, they're doing different Star Wars stories. They could have done that in the Fox universe. I was like, well, they just stuck. You dealt with Alien, with Prometheus, right? I don't get it. You could have done more to these films, this universe. You just did maybe a fracture, 10% fracture of the cinematic universe, of this comic book universe. A fracture. You could have done more. There's different stories, different characters, different X-Men stories, different X-Men characters in the comic book, not just and we'll see. We'll see what the MCU do with these characters, in the future, But I honestly believe Fox product they maybe did a small fracture of what it could have been a bigger universe. And that's my honest opinion on this. Because that's that look, like I said, I mentioned character, I mentioned groups in the X-Men comics, in the comic books. Yeah, they did Deadpool, and that was a success. Took a while to be made and be in films and in the theaters, and that's a success. They did, Logan, the two Wolverine, but the first one. Maybe because they was hoping the X-Men the origin Wolverine was going to be good, and they could have done more, maybe, but they should have done more. And then the two Fantastic Four flops didn't work. The franchise flopped like hell. Maybe that could have happened, but maybe that was the reason why. But like I said, you done a 10% fracture of the X-Men universe. Now let's see what Disney will do with it. Maybe see how many characters we see in their version of X-Men down in the future. That's my take on it. That's how I feel about this personally, about the X-Men universe. Like I said, I think Fox could have done more with this universe, expanded. We could have saw different characters in this universe, different group movies. Like I said, you could have done an Alpha Flight film. Don't say, oh, They could. You find a coastal midget to play putt. How about Kevin Hardy? Change his color scheme to black, be a black Canadian. So, by the way, you know, maybe who knows? You could have done that. You could have done, like I said, an X Factor film or Excalibur. A couple of these stories, comic books, these X mutant groups. Like I say, you could have done the Savage Land movie, Mojo World, or even you could have done a Tarshiar film. Go space, go galaxy. Hey, the Tarshiar, how Gaia got created? How they found this hero? What's the story of Tarshiar? We didn't. I mean, spoil that. You done galaxy, you done space, just like Marvel did with again. Hey, let's do characters that would in the X-Men universe, Tarshiar, or you know the Scott Summers' father. I forgot his name. What was his name? I forgot his name. You guys probably know him. And Scott Summers' father who was part of this rebel battle. You could have done that story maybe. That's what I think. I think they only done maybe 10% of this universe, this comic book universe, and I think some could have worked, and some they were, but we'll see. Thank you for joining me. There's another edition of Movie Talk News with Antonio Gutierrez. See you. Bye for now. See you guys.